Hello, everyone. Welcome back to another Databricks session. And today we are going to different path, that is generative AI. As I told you before, we will slowly dig into artificial intelligence, machine learning, that area, because everybody is moving there, right? We also have to move into that area. Now start with a small thing, like which is already there, and it's provided by Databricks. Not only Databricks, many other players already given generative AI platforms. Microsoft has given OpenAI. It is not owned by Microsoft. Oh, yeah, it is owned by Microsoft, but it is from the OpenAI platform. And Databricks is having Dolly, and recently they have announced Databricks generative AI. So they added generative AI into Databricks, which is very helpful for the developers. We will go through how we can create a sample data frame, then add unique key into that, and then we can add another data frame, add some duplicate entries, and remove the duplicate entries from the data frame, filter the records based on age, sum up the salary. Before summing up, we will join the data frame, those two data frame, then sum up the salary. So generative AI uses large AI models called foundation models to learn from the data and generate new content based on prompts, right? So now if you look at um, here, we have we can have a SQL, and we have Python, Scala, as you are aware, right? And this one, make it as Markdown. Let me open the new cell. Here you can see this is the assistant provided by the Databricks, right? Now click on that. That will open up another cell where you can provide your prompts. So based on the prompt, it generates the code. Let's start with the sample data frame. So I can type create a sample data frame and hit on generate. Yep. So it given only one entry, right? Let me say that create a sample data frame with at least 10 entries and click on regenerate. Wow. So this is this much easy, right? So if everything is good, then you can accept or you can reject it, right? But for us, yeah, everything is fine. It starts from Alice to Jack. We have all the requests that I asked for. So just click on accept. We have this. Now we can see that there is already one unique entry added by the assistant, but I need to have another unique ID, right? So let's see how you can add that. But before that, let me execute this and make sure that our data frame is ready. Cool. Now I'm going to add unique key, right? Add unique key in the data frame. Right? Now you can see that it introduced monotonically increased ID, right? This will create a unique ID for the data frame. Whatever the entries you added, that will generate a unique ID. And make sure you can note that it is not a unique sequential number. It's a unique number, but it's not a sequential number. Let's accept it and execute. Now we can see, right? So first one is 0, then 1, then instead of 3, it is generated another unique number. Okay, so now what we can do, I'm going to add another data frame with the salary of the employees, right? Let's create a data frame with employee salary. Generate. Now it generated ID and the salary. That's okay. That's fine. So this is actually salary data, and the first one is like name and age, right? This is fine for me. So let me. It is asking for regenerate because I think I took time. Let's okay. Let it regenerate and accept it. Let's execute this. Yep. So now you have the DF salary, right? You have two salaries. Sorry, two data frame right now. Now, what I'm going to do is let me add another entry here and make it duplicate, right? So I'll just copy this and add. You can notice that as soon as I ended the next line, um, the intelligence is working fine. So it added another entry. It's not added, it is giving you suggestion, but I don't want this entry. Instead, I'm pasting whatever I copied. I need the duplicate, right? Now let's execute this. Now I'm going to remove the duplicate, okay? Not writing by myself. Instead, I'll ask my assistant to write a code to remove the duplicate from the data frame. Okay, this is a spelling mistake. And click on generate. Okay, accept it and execute. So now you can see that uh, it removed the duplicate, right? There was two jacks before, and right now only one jack. All right. Now let's take the records where age of the employee is greater than 30, right? Okay. So click on code. Again, click on the assistant, write a code. Sorry, filter the data frame. You can give the name also, DF distinct, and pick or to pick only employees age is greater than 30, right? So you got the code. Let's accept it and execute. Now you can see only 1, 2, 3, 4 records, right? Now we have the salary, right? Let's join these two together, then find out the salary for each employee, right? So here again, I'll click on the assist, then join to data frame. I'll go back to df underscore distinct, right? Because I need to understand the salary for all the employees, not only for the employees greater than 35, 30 age. So join this one. Sorry, I'm still recently changed to Mac, so still trying to find out how to use the system. Okay, so let me copy this. Yeah, distinct. This. Come down to data frame, this one, and we created employee data, right? Salary data. Let's copy this, come back and paste it, right? And click on generate. So it recreated the salary data again. For us, it is not required, but since both are same, I'm okay. Else you can remove that portion, right? You can just accept it. And here you have salary ID and salary. df salary, this is already there. You don't need to use this. Df join, df distinct dot join, df salary. Df salary is same, right? Yeah, df salary based on ID. How we need to join? Inner join. It's very simple. Yep, you got the salary now. Now let's find out the salary, sum of salary for the age group. But we don't have age group column here, right? Let's create age group column. If the age of the employee is greater than 40, we'll consider as old, or lesser than 40, young. But okay, we don't have many um, records who are having more than 40, right? But that's okay. So we can keep it as 30. 30 is old. You're old man. Okay, let's start. Um, Click on the assist and type here, create a new column to show each group on the data frame df, um, the data frame df underscore join. If the age is 30, then yeah. If the age is less than or equal to 30, then yeah, else old. Generate. Cool. The data frame selected here is df distinct, whereas in my prompt I had given df joint. But let's accept it. We can make the change, right? Instead of distinct, I'll change to joint. Same here. But these are small changes. You can always change it very quickly. So it's fine. Now you can see both the um, data frame added before it's joined the records, and here we have additional column based on the filter criteria that we have provided. Not the filter criteria, but the age bucket logic. Okay, now let's sum up, right? Now again, I click on this and add additional prompt. Please sum up the salary based on age group. Generate. Yeah. See, again. Again, it is taking from distinct, but that's okay. And you can note, yeah, please note that it started from the beginning. If age group, when column is age less than 30, then under age 30. But this is not the right one, right? So let's reject this and give proper prompt. Maybe my prompt was not good. So you can say that sum up the data frame by each group, no, sum up the salary in the data frame df joint based the age group. I didn't type it on the assistant. So let's cut this, click on this, and paste it and generate. Nope, still it is coming up this. What it is doing, df join df, again it is taking from df distinct. I don't know why it is obsessed with df distinct, but that's okay. And it is adding with column age group, which we already have. Um, and it is also calculating on top of it because this is already there. right? We don't need this. So I'm just going to remove this. We don't need this. Now, DF salary sum, DF joint, group by age group, aggregate salary, right? Then alias total salary. Now let's execute this. You got it. So now you have old and young, which is summed up. Excellent. I really liked this assistant from Databricks. Thank you, Databricks. It's really good. I hope you enjoyed, and I'll come up with more such videos on generative AI. Stay tuned and happy learning. Thank you.